everybody. I just did a zucchini hack video, so I am left with tons of zucchini. So I shredded up a lot of it and then I gave a quick chop to the rest of it. I'm going to incorporate this into tomato sauce, which I have an alkaline tomato sauce video for on here. And then what I'm going to be doing with the shreds is I'm going to be mixing it with some ricotta cheese that I already have made. I have those recipes up as well. One is alkaline, one is vegan. And I also have the lasagna noodle video up, which you guys can follow instead of watching me do it now. I'm pretty much just going to do that really quick, whip up a dough and make cannelloni with it to get rid of all the zucchini that I have left over. In the meantime, just to get all of your moisture out as I'm preparing everything else, I have put my shredded zucchini that I'm going to be using in my filling in my cannelloni. I've put it in a strainer and I've just given it a few pushes down. I'm just gonna let it sit and then I'm gonna just do the same thing. Like as I'm doing everything else, I'm going to every few minutes or so just come back and give it a few more pushes down until you don't get any more water, like any more moisture coming down. You want to get all that moisture out because then it's just going to make everything in the pan. It's going to be very runny. It's going to be too liquidy. So what we've had going on since I left you was, like I said, I kept straining the shredded zucchini. And I kept mashing it down, mixing it up, mashing it down to get all of the moisture out. So this is going to be mixed. I have rolled out my dough for my cannellonis. So all I'm doing is adding, now I would use the ricotta cheese recipe that I have on here. This just happens to be kind of like a chipotle spin on that ricotta cheese. I happen to have it on hand just now, so to me it makes more sense to use this than to make the ricotta cheese. So I'm just going to mix this up with my zucchini, shredded zucchini. This is going to be my mixture. So I have my sauce going, and I'm going to cut my dough into squares. And then we're just going to fill the dough, roll them up. So we have our mixture ready. I'm gonna cut these into squares. So first, we just get the perimeter. I wanna get everything pretty even. And then we can take this dough that we're cutting off and we can roll that into a new ball and we can use that for more cannelloni. I'm not about wasting food at all. If I can use it to make more cannelloni, sometimes I might just reserve it, throw it in the fridge if I know that I'm going to use it within the next day or so. And I also have some of the sauce. So you want to put a small amount of sauce at the bottom of the pan. So I'm going to do, so the pan is, this looks about right. So I'm just gonna cut it down the middle, and then you want just enough to kind of roll your mix into it. So I'm doing approximately 5 by 3 inches, something like that. 5 by 3 inches sounds good. And then this actually is going to be too big. You don't want it to taste too doughy, so I'm going to put that to the side. So then you're just going to scoop your mixture into your dough, forming your cannelloni, or whatever it is that you want to call it, but this pretty much resembles cannelloni to me. And then your aquafaba that I always say to reserve has so many benefits. We're going to just take our brush and we're going to hit where we're going to seal the cannelloni. And that's a very good substitute for like an egg wash. So we're gonna take a little bit of our mixture and just put it on the edge of our dough. Don't want to stuff it too much because then you're not going to be able to close it. And the ricotta cheese recipe that I have is actually better for this because it's a little more solid. Like this was more of kind of like a cheese sauce, but I really wasn't trying to make the cheese sauce too. So we have the egg wash there. Roll this up. Stick in a tiny bit. And then best bet is just to be careful because you'd rather make sure that you can transfer it to the pan without it falling apart. So just make sure it's not sticking and get it in the pan. And I'm going to put it in the pan like this. So I'm gonna finish rolling the rest of them up and then we'll get them ready to throw the sauce on top and get them put in the oven. So I have almost one row down in the pan and I decided that I was going to make the sheets a little bit bigger this way. The width of them was fine. However, they weren't really like long enough. So I had to put a very small amount of filling in order to close them up. So these I made just a little bit bigger and I was able to use more filling and they're rolling up a lot better. The other ones were just barely kind of meeting the ends, but still, of course, you know, use your aquafaba as your substitute for egg wash. And that was just something I wanted to touch on so that you guys knew to maybe change the measurement a little bit of the dough. Just to be able to work with it a lot better. So when I'm ready to put it in the oven, I'll show you what it's looking like. I'm gonna finish rolling these out. I only have a few more left. I'm gonna throw the sauce on them and then we'll be good to go. This is the end result to our manicotti, cannelloni. You can call it whatever you like as long as you enjoy the flavor. That's all that matters to me. So I'm going to cut a little bit up and plate it and taste it for myself and let you know what I think. And of course, if I didn't like it, I wouldn't end up posting the video. So hopefully you'll see me tell you the end result. So I'm going to, I should have waited so that it wasn't like piping hot, but I'm going to try the, I'm gonna call it manicotti. I know I said cannelloni a lot throughout the video, but I mean, I'm not Italian at all. I don't know the exact lingo, but I think cannelloni is more if you're using meat. So this is the a vegan manicotti. And like I said, I should have waited until, you know, it stopped like steaming. But I'll let you guys know what I think. So far, so good. It's just really hot. I should have waited, but I'm gonna go all in. It smells delicious. It looks absolutely delicious. It came out really great. I'm glad that I decided to come up with something to do with this zucchini that I had left over from my last video. And now I have a whole pan of this. And I'm about to throw down on this right here. So please like, share, subscribe, turn your notifications on, as always, and let me know if there's something that you want me to replicate, and I will do my best. Thank you guys for watching yet another video.